Hey there, Gemini. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you are new to this channel, click that subscribe button down below, baby. It is free as always. And as always, I am happy to have you here stopping by our channel, delighting us with your delicious, juicy energy, bringing forward the power and the permission to level up and be your best, bold, bright, beautiful self. That makes our world a better place when each person steps forward into the solarness, the sunshine of their lives and who you are, because there ain't no sunshine when you're gone, baby. It brings this juiciness, this delight, this fullness, this richness, this joyousness to us all. You succeeding and you being celebrated are the joys of my heart and the dream of my world. That's why we're here. So now, Gemini, you got stuff, spit, spat, whatever, everywhere. And that's the thing. I'm here to invite you to step into the magic, because I can see there's some stuff going on. You got Two of Cups. You got divine union, partnership, love coming in. And this is in all flavors. It's not just like, oh, the person to hold my hand. It's more than that. It's knowing yourself. It's being in the center of who you are, right place, right time. You know how love when you're whipping around and it's kind of rainy out and somehow that front parking space opens up and you're like, woo, woo. And because you've forgotten your umbrella, and then you get on in there and it's life just smoothing and soothing and connecting and saying, got you, baby. Love you, baby. When you end up in that prime job, we're not just talking paycheck. We're talking the thing where coworkers, connections, ideas, all that really are foundationally plugged in together, and you feel solid, you feel steady and stable, you feel like where you put yourself and your time is worthwhile. It is that type of energy we have going on here. Look at that synergy going on in. We got some leopard. You know, a leopard by its spots called love what it is. It is all the flavors. So I'm not shortchanging you here in any way, shape, or form. And it's coming in big. It's got dahlia love written all over it. And like dinner plate dahlias coming on in. These miracles of the garden where you're going, how is that possible? It is. With a little bit of time, it is. And that's how I know. So Cosmic Tarot, you were very definite that you wanted to have that out here. You said, I want a freaky deaky, get Mary L out the way. I want some cosmic. We calling in things from beyond this world. So these two spot themselves out together. So it's let me know this has been coming for a long time. You believing for this. This Two of Pentacles energy of believing that life is for you and what direction to choose and how to keep walking towards it. Now there's some judgment, misjudgment about yourself, because I was hearing some Taurus binging around in the background, if that is you, because you know we are the whole zodiac, right? So that was some things that had been deep rooted and ingrained, like foundationally into who you are, because we got some little story going on over here, which I guess we could go ahead and look at. No, because I got to tell you what you are first. It all started with me preparing the Magic Monday cards. And these came out, and baby, King of Pentacles, it don't matter who you are here. You are the king, man or woman. This is the top of the food chain in the Pentacles. And we don't mean feeding on others. We're talking about all the delights, all the building, all the decision-making that you've been working towards in your whole life, okay? You are the ship that came on in. And if you look closely, you can see that's a ship of balance. Finding balance, because that's what a relationship is. It is a two-way street where it is open for both. It's not limited. It has limitations, restrictions, boundaries, things like that come off, okay? Because it is open, clean, and clear. So this is the eye of God, you yourself, knowing you're fine as wine, letting your full presentation come forward. It don't matter what your style is, what your fullness of your style is, that you're like, I don't know if this is appropriate place to wear it. You is you. You are you. Your amness, wherever you go, there you are. And I want to recognize you when I see you and be like, that is so you. I want to celebrate who you are. But there's a little bit of reservation of giving yourself permission. You're like, I don't quite know about that. Which side do I choose? And I'm like, don't choose a side. Ease on down the road. You go come down the yellow brick road, the golden path, which is you, okay? Trust yourself. And you're still a little bit out on that, which is what had come in, because this made its way skirting across, landing straight up like this. You're like, show us. Give us some clarity on this. We want understanding. That's what all these layers are about. You're wanting to see how it all comes together and how this is really making sense, because this is quite a passage of time. This is you here, okay? Man or woman, it does not matter. This is you here, all right? Knowing, because you see the one driving and leaning in that kiss, they say, I know that I love this. It's the choosing of the this, the choosing of the you. You're fixing your cuff link, your sleeve right there. You're like, I meant to do this. I'm ready for my day. I'm ready to walk in the power of who I am. And you're like, boom, exactly. Power of who I am. So with that, we have to do a little rewind and back up. We do have some Magic Mondays sitting over here in a sprawl. And so I've just left everything in the movement in which it came out. Because it's not just what the cards say, it's how they say it. You know the difference between a phone conversation and some text? Text can be misinterpreted, all right? So that's the thing. The cards do have words that they speak, but the way they come out is how they are speaking, their tone of voice, and what is being implied here. Because we can have something with this blade of night, this Knight of Blades, Blade of Knights. Time to come into the light, friend. See that central focus, the spotlight here? You are the center of your world. You are the center of your universe. That's why it's called a universe, okay? The cosmos is for us all, right? But joy is individualized. Joy is who you are. And that's what this channel is about, is joy to your world, to the world that you live in. And that, as you'll find, is one self, right? The power to who you are, right? To be able to stand in and embrace the fullness of this love and to go up to it knowing that you're here to taste and see how juicy and delicious and divine you are, to experience it, the fulfillment therein. So come out of the night and into the light. It's okay. You got a few little scars, a few little marks, and anybody judging up on that. You've been sprouting some flowers and some whatever else, but this is showing me that you can be your own worst enemy. Pardon me as I get that off, a little bit of Honolulu talking there. So you've been your own worst enemy, and you haven't given in on yourself about that either. You're hard on yourself. Stop it. Because hard produces hard. Rewind. Let me get a little closer. Hard produces hard. Heavy on the hard. Easy on the ha-ha. So let's get into some ha-ha. Let's get into some ease, okay? So that's what we're talking about here. No more dis-ease, no more hard, no more going against the grain, no more having to challenge yourself, you know, that push, that old energy. Now the power of who you are. I mean, I don't sit here and struggle with my lamp. I click the light. I don't struggle with my car. I turn the key. And y'all know I don't struggle with his hair. Just look at it. It is what it is. So what you're showing me around this is we had a little bit of not trusting, and that's why it was leaning back to Taurus, because Taurus had some things coming in, some time for some movement, good things, moving on from death into life. But it was like, can I really trust love? Because it's almost like, I've never seen that work out for me. I know how that works out. I know how that is. If that is the things ringing true in your mind, then please go back already. Go back already. Okay, you might have already watched the Pisces season read. So then that means go back again and watch it again already. All right? Watch it again already. And then check out the Aries read, which is about already. Are you all ready? All the facets of you, all the layers of you stepping forward. These are the facets, 8 of them. Look at all these layers coming on through here. Give yourself to get on the same page with yourself. Power, permission. Here we go. So that's 7, the 8 trumps that coming on through, that you don't have to wish and a hope and a prayer thinking it's all going to work out for you, that if you take all the swords, you won't ever get hurt. And that's how you'll find true love. Look at what is at the top. Birds of a feather, finding somebody of like capacity, looking yourself in the eye and seeing yourself. That's what this is, the eye, getting in the center of yourself. Okay? We're taught early on, self-centered is bad. That's selfish, y'all. That means scrounging from others, hoarding from others so that you will have, and therefore they will have not, because of a fear. This isn't the same. This is getting into the center of the self, driving in to know who you are, irregardless of circumstances, situations, life evidence and proof, and all that other noise going on around you. It's being able to hold them. Hold the energy of yourself and go, I know what I meant when I said that. And not being hard. Remember? Because that means you're going to be hard in any way, coming and going, others, the relationship, whatever else, and won't be all this tender passion, that blossoming dahlia going on in there. Because the thing is, I can tell you that bud is really hard. But then it comes a time that it can't contain it anymore, and it has to let go and get soft and unfurl. And those petals, that beauty just opens wide up, and they literally are as big as a dinner plate. Shocking. And they love good soil. So that's some of what we got going on here. Is there was not some good soil. These wounds, they're deep, they're connected, and that's what I'm talking about. This is more foundational. This isn't exactly what lovers or people that you dated or gone out with or slept with or whatever else have done to you. This has to do with how you see yourself. Okay, what you've done to yourself, the way you raised, what you witnessed growing up. It is the eye of the heart. You're like, it's like a pre-programming based on your experiences, like that relegation to know how it goes. And Big Papa's like, we're here to reconnect you to yourself right now. We're going to reconnect you to yourself. It does not require these hearts, these implements. It requires nothing but you and your passion. And that has to require you giving up, competing with yourself, struggling with yourself, beating yourself up, putting all the power that should be down in your earthen chakras where you're making roots so that fruits sprout on up out of your head. Instead, you got all this war, all this enemy, all this heavy energy conglomerated around your mind, plaquing up your mind, tying up the ends of your telomeres where all that fascinating information, the new ideas come on, percolate because it's old stuff. We're just going to swipe that on out of here. All right, we're going to swipe that on out of here. And what do I want to get? What do I want to get? I see that Pitman is leaning at me, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it. It came as a twofold 10 of swords. You're afraid of falling for it. But what are you falling for? Falling for the truth about the King of Pentacles, the one who knows how to get to work, the one that knows both sides. Because you came through this, you know both sides. It's time for you to know both sides. Not just how things used to work out, knowing the deficit side, the debt side, the debt column, the spending the spending column of your bank account. But you ought to know the deposit side of your bank account. Okay, the receiving side of love, the incoming, the influx, not having to work hard and make it happen. Okay, because you grew up in an element, an environment where there wasn't love. And where you witness people who didn't self-love, because if they're in love around them, of course, there wasn't self-love either. But look at this, all this promise and all this creation, all this spiritual help that you've had, this inundation, this growth going on here. Some of you have Native American roots and lineage or a fascination with that, understanding spirit guides, that type of thing. They have been around you all along. And that's what's being reiterated in these pitmen on the back of the card. They are flying right at me. And it says, ain't no mountain high enough to keep me from you. Who? You from you. That's what Big Papa's doing, remember? He's here to connect you to your amness, to who you are, you and your power, not because of what you achieve or anything that you do, but simply because of who you are. The beauty of who you are, the fascination of who you are, how you have moved through all those streams going across the eye of God to learn how to tune them and how to play the musical instrument of who you are, and let the beauty of it move forward to feed you here on earth and to feed the soul of life itself. Okay? But that's the neat thing. Because of where you've been, either way, you know both sides. You know how to dream it up, and you know how to pitch in and get the job done. Either way. So we're talking about the era of earth and this new era of plasma. It's not just the era of air, the implementing of ideas. It's plasma because it has to do with your dreams, baby. It is your destiny. Look at that tie of destiny. Boom. Popping that up in there. And let's see what we got about, I see what's here at the bottom. It turned up when I was reading those cards. It's Sweet Delights. All right. Kiss yourself. Like James Brown said, mwah, kiss yourself. See those lips up in there? Kiss yourself. Remember this fox, the foxes on the back? Okay, we reproduce with our own kind, and we're not talking skin color here. We're talking our stars and where we come from, our crayon self. That's the thing, is when someone of the same capacity who's been through similar energy, and it doesn't have to be the same, it could be even complementary, but it is to that same level and that same capacity, okay? Because you don't want to stick one size shoe on your left foot and a whole different size up on the other. A tight one and a loose one. What's the point of that? You want shoes that fit your feet. You want a pair. Boom. We're going to put that pair on over here, and then we're going to look and see. That's what unifies and softens the mind there, right? Okay. And allows the sun to come in. So this sun is what reproduces that soil, which warms it up, which causes the, oh, I love the reiteration here. Look at that. This is your new eye. Yay! the magic is done. James Brown, thank you. Kisses, baby. Bring it in. Look at this. The clouds have moved away and the spirit is now within you. You are in your solarness. You are in the center of yourself. This is what it looks like in your cosmic mind, in heaven and on earth. When the two come down together, you'll be like, do, 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 do. You'll be enjoying those sunflower seeds over there. You'll be get the power of magnification of that pyramid going on. You'll be smelling the flowers and the roses, and all creation will be looking at you going, you're so fine like wine. That's why. Getting your solar self. I'm a little flower wanting to celebrate you. I love you. And see, I love it because out of my Cosmic Crystals deck, the Wild Crystals, this is the header card. You are all. You're everything. You're everything and more. Everything we could dream of and more. When you were divined, when you decided, got together with yourself on the other side and created your chart and created your who-ness, who you are, and all that coming forth, I mean, it was perfect. And you've come down and you've walked your way through it, made some decisions and turns and whatever else, and adjustments and kickbacks and turnbacks and fall downs and trying to give up and whatever else. Love stepped in and rescued you and said, thank you for trying. Come on, let's get back up. Let's get on with this. We're going to keep walking until you can see yourself as we see you. All right. And so now you come forth into the fullness. This is you. Fascinating. This tower of power, this beautiful divine self, bringing in the full charge of life. Okay, so now we're going to take a little look over here, and you need to know that you are protected. This is the tower of power. It's not a tower that's going to fall. This is not a false idea, a false sense of self. This is your truth, and you'll know it because it'll resonate. It resonates inside of you. That's why I don't make any promises here. I'm just reading the energy around you. So what your soul, your spirit and guides have already been speaking in the situations or thoughts and things that you've been traveling through life and through this present time in the past will line up and make sense to you, okay? That you can boldly step forward into the truth. So with this, we're going to look at this other card. Oh, Knight of Pentacles upside down. So you're talking about hang it up, baby. Hang it up. You're not out here alone. You're not having to serve it up. It's like a spree. Like a spree in a tic-tac. What is that talking about? Yeah, letting your heart chakra energy fill back up. It had gotten drained for quite some time. The things had gotten inverted, trying to speak your truth, speak your truth, speak your truth, but it wasn't coming all the way through. Because of this, you had to have it in a different realm because this was clogging up that chakra and that energy. But now that this is here, we're just doing the energy. We're just doing the energy work here, okay? I'm an energy worker as well. So these cards don't just come out. Just like our charts, they're not there. They're in an instrument. They're not here as a limitation. They're here as an instrument to bring forth our song, our beauty, our life, okay? So that Knight of Pentacles is no longer based on your decisions. It's no longer based on these earthen things of getting it right, getting it forward, scoring, winning, that type of success, okay? The success is being in the center of yourself, being tuned. Being tuned. Tune your streams. Doesn't matter if they're squares, oppositions, semisextiles, whatever. It has to do with the streams of your eye being seen clearly for who you are. And with that, we're going to take the undergirding card, the card of justice. So what I would say is there's just still a tiny bit of misperception going on here, and it's through the hand, the eyes of the heart, okay, because the fingertips have to do with the eyes of the heart, but it's needing the light to come in. And what light? Delight. All right, friend, time for a friendly whoop beep commercial break. Oh, I flipped all the cards over. Oh my god. I love it. A friendly reminder to do what you love. If you love a good laugh, check out a quick YouTube of a short comedian snip that makes you laugh, or funny things that animals do, or, you know, just sitting reminiscing over some old memories. Watch a sitcom, watch a movie, whatever that makes you laugh, okay? So inundate yourself with a bit of that. Give yourself a little flair, a little flavor, a little taste of it every day. If it's that you love, like I tell my older son all the time, Neil deGrasse Tyson, that man... I love it, the way he thinks so cosmically. But yeah, if you see it back when he was a runner, and there he is. I mean, it's just the visuals of who he is. And when he speaks, the passion of his heart comes forward into the visuals of my mind. I really resonate with the way he sees our cosmos. I absolutely love it. So it's anything like that that brings joy to your heart, delight to your heart, because that's the juice that will begin to help you see clearly and realize you can drop the scales. You can drop the scales because you have come to balance. So that's the balance of the ship here. It's not about getting it right. It's about enjoying your life. Now, the crazy thing is, y'all, look, they came out, they flipped. There were 4 cards. Wait, it flipped like that when I did that movement about friendly announcement. Oh, I love it. So you got 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is rising up out of the 4. So remember, we talked about making love out of nothing at all. Being able to come from this kind of this veil, this, it can seem like an illusion, an oasis, that type of energy going on here about getting it all right, getting it all aligned. And really, life is saying, take a shot. Take a shot, get in there. Because one thing I loved about my dad is we would play games together, and it wasn't about who won. It was about the time we spent together. So we were both pretty good sports about it, about the playing and the time that we would spend. That's kind of like here, don't be hard on yourself. It's about the sportsmanship, developing those qualities and characteristics about ourselves, because a win or those other things are really just stuff that's going to fade the moment it's over. But these other things are things that touch your heart and tune the streams of the eye, and they develop your character. And that's why you are here. That's why you have so much character. And I know you've done this, but you did it hurting yourself, okay? And now that we've dislodged the hurt, we've dislodged the old mind, the barren soil, the poverty of your mind. This poverty is in a poverty mindset. This is being depleted of love, okay? So we've done away with that because you learned how to kiss yourself, right? Over here, that you're fantastic, you're fabulous, and you fill yourself and inundate yourself with sweet delights, no longer having to tip the scale, but being able to take away the shadow of doubt and to begin to enjoy your life here and to just rise up out of it into the joyousness. Look at this luminous, luscious color going on there. And then what I love, the same thing here, is these were energies that were sitting around on the weighing on your mind, because they're flipped, because this was the old mindset, and it's kind of like this now, all right? And so it's being able to turn that consideration to know that there's another option. What's that option? You, my friend. That's right, Gemini, you. And so here, this had to do with it, kind of like Neptune and Uranus playing on the mind, luring you in just to realize that you made a wrong turn. It's like distractions and things like that, drawing you away from what you're really here for. And what are you here for? This Ace of Wands. And what is that? That's your magic wand. That's you. So who were we talking about with that? Dancing and delighting. It was one of the earlier zodiacs. I think it was probably Capricorn. And it was talking about playing with energy now, no longer putting yourself through the scrutinous eye, being hard on yourself, whittling yourself down, draining yourself of love, working so hard, trying to earn it right, trying to be deserving or worthy, or to make the quote right decisions. But as we learned in the Taurus reading, it's about the white decisions. It's about where our divinity and our destiny come together, and we're fully lit up in the center of ourselves. That's the magic. That's when that needle that you used to scrutinize yourself with, you used to measure yourself with, now becomes the magic wand. No more measuring up. You already hit perfect 10. You know it. I know it. Step forward and let me celebrate. Now, if you haven't already, subscribe down below, and then also leave me comments, compliments, share this video out with others, share it with yourself, watch it again, put it on a playlist, whatever else, because these are timeless. They're here to remind you that you are loved because of who you are. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for fighting through. Thank you for making it to here, now, today. That is your victory. Now step forward, shine, baby, shine, because you are fine. All right. Celebrate each other down below. Comment down below. Let me know what's been going on in your life, your successes, your victories, whatever else. You can share the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't know, but don't be rude. Okay. That's the only rule down here. We're here for love, here for joy. I love you. Bye.